Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into one of the most exciting opportunities in Nigeria's tech scene, legal technology. We're going to give you the ultimate roadmap.
So, if you're an entrepreneur, a developer, maybe a lawyer with that one big idea that could change everything for Nigeria's justice system, you are in exactly the right place. The potential to innovate here is just massive.
And we're not just talking theory here. I mean, look at this. Initiatives like the Justice Tech NG Hackathon are putting serious money on the table. We're talking up to 22 million naira in prizes and support just to get new ideas off the ground.
The message is loud and clear. The system is primed for disruption. But look, a brilliant idea is only the first step. So how do you turn that vision into a company that's not just successful, but also legally sound? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down.
First things first. Before you write a single line of code, you have to build a solid legal foundation for your business. Think of this as the bedrock for everything you're about to build on top of it.
Now, you've got options, but for most tech founders, this is kind of a no-brainer. A limited liability company, or LLC. Why? Well, think of it like a legal firewall. It separates your personal stuff, your house, your car, from the business. That separation is absolutely critical, not just for managing risk, but for attracting investors later on.
The next step is making it all official by registering with the Corporate Affairs Commission. You'll hear it called the CAC. The good news is this process is mostly online now and pretty straightforward. You'll start with a name search to make sure your great brand name isn't already taken, prep your company's founding documents, pay the fees, and boom! Once it's approved, you get that all-important certificate of incorporation.
Okay, now here is a super important detail, especially if you're thinking globally. If you plan on bringing in any foreign co-founders or taking money from investors outside Nigeria, you've got to know this number. Your company needs a minimum authorized share capital of 10 million naira. Keep that figure in your back pocket from day one. All right, so your company is officially a thing. Check. Now the focus shifts to the heart and soul of your venture, the app itself. And when we talk about your product, believe me, compliance is everything. Your app's code, your brand, your logo, that unique feature that nobody else has, these are your crown jewels. Protecting your intellectual property, or IP, is totally non-negotiable. A trademark protects your brand identity. Your code is automatically copyrighted, which is great, but if you've invented a truly unique process, getting a patent can give you a powerful edge. Let's be real. Pretty much every legal tech app is going to handle user information. That means you have to play by the rules of the Nigeria Data Protection Act. And the definition of personal data here is incredibly broad. It's everything from a name and email to location data. The takeaway is simple. If you're collecting it, you are legally on the hook to protect it.
So, complying with this act isn't just about avoiding fines. It's about building trust. You have to get clear consent from your users. You have to secure their data with things like encryption. You need a privacy policy that people can actually understand. And, this is critical, if there's a data breach, you have to report it within 72 hours. Being responsible with data isn't just a legal thing, it's a huge competitive advantage.
Okay, so your company is registered and your app is compliant. Awesome. But the legal work doesn't stop. Now you have to manage the day-to-day legal stuff of actually running a business in Nigeria.
Once you have that incorporation certificate, it's time for a little registration tour. You'll need a tax ID from the fires. You'll need to register with the state for employee income tax, set up mandatory pensions for your team, and get registered with the NSITF for employee insurance. These aren't optional. They are the absolute building blocks of a compliant business. And the second you hire your very first employee, bam, you're an employer. And that comes with some serious legal duties. The Labor Act sets the rules for contracts, work hours, and all that. And the Pension Reform Act is super specific. It mandates an 18% total contribution to an employee's pension. Getting this stuff right from the start will save you a world of pain later.
You've done the hard work. You've built a compliant company and a compliant product. Now it's time for the really exciting part, scaling up that vision by getting investment.
And you know, the really good news is you're not doing this in a vacuum. The Nigerian government is actively trying to fuel tech growth with things like the Startup Act of 2022, which is designed to make life easier for both founders and investors.
But as you start thinking about funding, remember this piece of wisdom. It's not just about finding someone to write you a check. You are looking for a strategic partner, someone who brings expertise, a network, and who genuinely believes in your mission.
And this just gives you a taste of the vibrant ecosystem you're stepping into.
There's a whole range of investors out there, from early-stage folks like Microtraction who can give you that first critical boost, to bigger funds like Telecom Capital who can help you really scale. The trick is finding the perfect fit for your company at your stage.
So how do you get their attention? You have to be investor ready. That just means having all your legal ducks in a row. Are your CAC filings up to date? Is your IP ownership crystal clear? Do you have a signed founders agreement? Investors are looking for well-run companies, and this is your chance to prove that's what you are before you even walk in the door.
And that right there is really the key takeaway from this entire explainer. Every single thing we've talked about today, from your CAC registration to your data privacy policy, it's all about one thing: de-risking your venture. You're showing investors, partners, and users that you've built something solid, trustworthy, and built to last.
By following this roadmap, you're not just building an app, you're building a real, impactful company that is fundable, scalable, and ready to make a difference. The justice sector is waiting. So, the only question left is, what challenge are you going to solve first?